Hi everyone, I'm Monique Denal with MD Consulting. Today I'm going to talk to you about delegating. This is a topic that comes up very frequently when I work with clients. Now I've written a blog on this, which is on my website. It's called Delegate to Mitigate. But today I'm going to take that blog, share my screen, and go through the 6 strategies that I've created, so that if you haven't had a chance to see the blog, you can listen to this video and get the same information. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And you'll see the blog, Delegate to Mitigate. Now we're going to focus on the 6 strategies that you see here, and I'm going to walk you through them one by one. All leaders should be delegating. If you're not, you're doing a disservice not only to yourself, but to the people on your team who report to you. Delegation is an important way to grow your team, to grow their skill set. So the first thing that you need to do when you're delegating is to analyze the skills and the strengths of your direct reports. You want to look for people who may have the skills and strengths of the items that you're trying to delegate, so that you can make a good match with the items you're delegating or the tasks you're delegating and the people you're delegating them to. So you need to know the strengths of your direct reports. Next, you need to assess all the projects and tasks that you own and that you want to delegate. And again, this is going to lead into you matching the task with the right person. So you need to take an honest look as to what's on your plate. And many leaders fail to do that for various reasons. They don't want to delegate. They don't want to give up what they have on their plate, whether it's the fact that they don't trust that someone can do it just as good, or they like to be in control and they don't want to give things up, or they've had bad experiences in the past when they have tried to delegate and it didn't go well. Many times things don't go well when you're delegating if you're not following the 6 steps you see here. So if you follow these 6 steps, you will most likely have a better experience. So analyze the strengths and skills of your direct reports, assess all the projects and tasks that you own, and then compare 1 and 2 and determine who on your team can take which tasks off your plate. So it's very important to have a good match. Now, step 4 is about developing a handoff strategy. And this is where a lot of people fail at delegating. This is where you want to find the person that you want to delegate to and have a conversation with them. So it's not really about shoving something onto someone else's plate. It's about asking them if they want to take it on. And when you ask them, they have the right to say no. And if you're okay with that, then the answer is no, and you find someone else. Here's where leaders feel guilty. They don't realize that you're asking someone. They think they're dumping something on someone's plate, and they feel guilty because most people on their team already have enough on their plate. So the leader keeps the task and doesn't delegate it. But if you use step 4 to really think about how you're going to do this, you are asking, and they have a right to say no. So assuming they say yes and they take on what you want them to take on, that's where you're going to talk about your framework, your expectations, what you want the outcome to be, what are the target dates. You're going to set up a framework for people so that they understand what's expected. Now, this is different than micromanaging. You're not telling them how to do the work. You're simply telling them when you want it and what the outcome will look like. That is not micromanaging. That is setting expectations. So that's what step 4 is about. Now, step 5 is, again, where people seem to drop the ball. You want to obtain regular status updates. You don't wait until the end when the project is done and then realize it's been done all wrong. That is what usually happens. Instead, you want to create a update system where you're getting regular updates. It's whatever the two of you agree on, weekly, monthly, by email, verbally, in a meeting. You agree on what that's going to look like so that the person is keeping you in the loop and managing up to you along the way. So there's got to be those regular status updates. And lastly, you create a follow-up and a feedback loop. That is about giving the person feedback as to how they did and accepting feedback from the other person about how it was for them to work with you and how it was for them to be delegated to and how that whole process went. How did steps 1 through 6 go for them? Was it difficult to work with you? Did you drop the ball on a couple of these steps? Did they need more support? Did they need more information? So step 6 is really, really important so that you learn what you can do differently as a leader delegating, and they learn what they could have done differently. So these steps, if you follow them to the T, and if you make it a conversation with your direct report that you're trying to delegate to, your delegation will go much easier than it ever has in the past. So I really encourage you to rewatch this video, look at the 6 steps, or go to my website and download the blog and give the 6 steps a try. Now, if you need some help with that, if you need some support, please reach out to me and book a breakthrough session. My email address is monique@mdconsultingglobal.com. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear how these 6 steps worked for you. Have a great day.